So I'm going to go 3, 2, 1, sing!
I'm Shanti Harris, I'm 20 years old and I live in Cardiff. Obviously growing up on an estate, me and my friends were surrounded by people who weren't that great, do you know what I mean? There was no big major inspiration. So up until the age of about probably 15, 16, I just used to drink on the streets and smoke weed and do things like that, do you know what I mean? So in 2011, my friend who was a police community support officer approached me in the street and told me about this trip to Africa. And at first I thought, I wasn't going to go for it because I didn't think that someone like me could do something like that. So in the end I did, I applied, and then I had a phone call then saying that I was going to Africa, so it's good like. So for 6 weeks prior to the trip we did some training, so obviously the group that got chosen to go, we all worked together, we did teamwork, we did team building, and then we had to learn ourselves what we'd be teaching the children, so HIV and AIDS, nutrition and things like that. The night before we went, our mothers were crying, they were stressing, and we're sat there going, yeah, we're going to Africa in the morning, do you know, it was absolutely crazy. That was probably the most memorable moment of my life. Getting on that bus thinking, yeah, this is where it all starts. So we were based in a school, which was like, it was quite a range of ages, but we had a classroom outside because they knew we'd find it absolutely boiling. And we taught nutrition, HIV and AIDS, sport and life skills. Obviously only a few weeks prior I'd just learnt these things, so to be teaching these people now is just like, this is amazing. So every time I stood up in a class, it was just like, it wasn't just like I was teaching a class, it was just like this massive step in my life, and or even just little confidence issues that I'd had before. So it was really nice. You could see how literally one day's lesson could just change the complete aspect on one subject for them. So for instance, like the one day we were teaching HIV and AIDS, and then they were like, well, we didn't know this, we didn't know that that was the percentage, we didn't know that this could be stopped this way. So it literally changed everything from us being there for 2 weeks, now educates the whole community. It was very rewarding for me to see how much the children were learning and how much respect they were giving me, because they didn't have to, I was just an outsider to them. They've got their everyday, day-to-day teachers. So for me to go in and get that much respect of kids, it wasn't just like that moment that I was appreciating, it was all the moments that I should have appreciated at that age, do you know what I mean? They were absolutely having the time of their life from one teacher while I was in school, just like, I don't want to listen to you, I want to go out, I want to go eat some food, like, you know what I mean? You want to go and do things that kids do. And they've got a totally different aspect on things. They look at life completely different. And that's when I sort of looked at things and thought, you know what, like, things do need to change. Relationships within my family before I went weren't great. And to come back and just think, what are we arguing over? There's nothing to argue over. Like, to come home from having nothing for 2 weeks to having everything that I ever needed, like my family, my friends, a home, a roof over my head, food, running water, gas, the little things. It's just the normality here. 3-4 years ago, people would have looked at me and just thought, oh, where's she going now? Gone to have a drink, gone to smoke behind the shops and hide from her mother. And now they look at me and like everybody's proud of me, and that's something that I never thought the people would be of me. In general, it changed my outlook on life, it changed me as a person, and it changed who I want to be. Like, now my little brothers and sisters, after all the volunteering I've done and after Africa, actually have someone to look up to, and they actually have someone that they can say, do you know what, I want to be like you one day. And that makes me so proud to actually think I've gone from this person that not many people like to this person that people actually want to be now, and it's just nice to actually be an inspiration to people. Since coming back from Africa, I didn't just want that to be the end of it. I didn't want to just be like, you know, I've gone away for 2 weeks, I've learned some new things, and just get back to how I used to be. I didn't want to fall back into that routine. So I contacted Safe contacted me, and I've started volunteering 4 or 5 days a week. Literally, my whole time was just consumed with Safe. I've even like planned my own events, did some fundraising myself, so that was pretty big for me as well. So we did a karaoke night, and I raised a couple of £100, and I was just like, yes, I actually had an achievement, so it didn't just end there. So Even though I've volunteered with SAFE, and SAFE is my main priority, I've been back abroad. Now I've been in Africa for 3 months. I went to Kenya, where I worked in a school and in an orphanage. Well, honestly, if I didn't get involved with SAFE when I did, I think that was just the end of the road. SAFE literally saved my life. Like, it has literally got the right name, like SAFE. It kept me safe away from everything. It stopped me being the bad person that I was, and I just couldn't see me being here if it wasn't for SAFE, to be honest.
My name is Jade Lounsborough. I'm 20 years old and I live in Llanrumney in Cardiff. I was unemployed and I had just left college, but I had packed in college. I had left because I was so unhappy, and every single day I was just dreading the day ahead. I spent months and months looking for proper work, and then one day a leaflet came through the door. It was a little ad. The SAFE Foundation are looking for 10 NEETs, not in employment, education or training, to participate in a project in Africa. So it said to turn up to the community centre in Trowbridge in Cardiff and for your interview. And so I went along and I got it. And then it didn't stop from there. In Sierra Leone, we were teaching small children aged 8 to 12 or 13 about HIV/AIDS, nutrition and life skills, and they were also learning about gender equality, but they were doing that through football. Well, it was just some sense of responsibility going from a real child, I suppose, to a bit of responsibility where now children are coming to me for knowledge and information. So that was a daunting thought. So I was scared beforehand, but actually with the teaching then I was quite natural. I all of a sudden became a lot more mature in a few months after I'd gotten back. Yeah, it just made me hungry to do something. So when I came back from Sierra Leone, I'd started volunteering at the SAFE Foundation office, just doing admin things. And then Lucy Dickinson offered the volunteers that were still volunteering with SAFE, she offered us the opportunity to go to India. But she said, if you want to go, you're going to have to raise £1,000 each because the project isn't funded. And then I just did car boot sales, cake sales, I did babysitting and dog sitting. I just did everything to get my £1,000 and I got it. So then I went to India. So in India we were doing the teaching, which was really basic maths and English. And then we did some workshops with the women. The women, they're just like housewives really, so they don't do much for themselves. So the women's workshops are aimed to teach women new skills that they can maybe form a business out of, even if it was just making jewellery. To form a relationship with the women in India, it was really difficult because there is that language barrier. The times where we felt, or where I felt closest to the women would be braiding hair. Relationships with the children then would be through games. They love skipping. The boys loved skipping. I think that is an important factor of the volunteering, because that's where the relationships really are built, just through playing games and relaxing. Since going to Sierra Leone and India the first time, yeah, I did get the bug for volunteering, and I got a bit of a bug for travelling as well. So before I went to Sierra Leone and India as a learner, and now I train the people to go to Sierra Leone, I train the people to go to India, and I'm a staff member and now a project leader of these projects. Now I've gained all this experience and I know the type of work that I want to go into. That's why now I'm thinking to myself, I'm ready to go back into education so that I can get, a proper career. So my experiences you know, they're allowing me to go into other things. To sum up my journey with the Safe Foundation, I've come from feeling from a position where I've not known what my life was going to hold for me. I've just thought to myself, why am I here? You know, what's my purpose in life? Volunteering has changed my world in so many ways. In one way, I've become such a happier person. I used to be painfully shy. No doubt I was always the shyest person in the room. I wouldn't speak unless somebody spoke to me. It's not only increased my confidence, it's taken my confidence to another level. So yeah, it's changed, not even just changed me slightly, it's really developed me to who I am today. It's great to volunteer with SAFE because 1, it's fun, 2, you get a huge supportive family, lots of friends, 3, you're going to get some cracking stuff on your CV, 4, you're going to become so clever, 5, you're going to become creative. Anybody thinking about volunteering, don't think, just do it.